Have you ever thought that something as simple as how you bathe could be silently putting your health at risk? It's easy to overlook the small habits we follow every day, but the truth is, certain bathing routines, especially during the colder months, could be making you more vulnerable to health issues like strokes, dizziness, and heart strain. In today's video, we're going to dive deep into why your winter bathing routine could be harming your health, and most importantly, what you can do to prevent it. If you're an older adult, this information is especially critical for your cardiovascular health and overall well-being. We'll uncover how a few simple changes, like adjusting the water temperature, the order of your bathing routine, and even the environment around you, can make a world of difference in keeping you safe and healthy. But it's not just about avoiding health risks. This video will also share powerful lessons from real-life stories of people like Mr. Thomas and Mrs. Elena, who faced hardships in their later years but turned things around by making small, intentional changes to their lives. These stories will inspire you to take control of your health and independence, regardless of your age. By the end of this video, you'll have practical tips for not only improving your daily routines but also living a more independent and fulfilling life. So, if you're ready to learn how to bathe safely, embrace healthier habits, and make changes that will lead to a brighter future, keep watching. You'll find out why these small adjustments can transform your daily life and prevent unnecessary risks as you age. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Let's take a deeper look at how we can not only make our bathing routine safer but also more enjoyable, turning it into a nurturing act for both body and soul. The first thing that comes to mind is the water temperature. There's something undeniably inviting about stepping into a hot shower after a long day, the steam filling the room, the warmth embracing you. But I want to urge you to consider the consequences of too much heat. It's tempting, I know, but excessive heat can lead to a drop in blood pressure when you step out, leaving you lightheaded or even faint. That's a feeling we all want to avoid. Instead, aim for a temperature that's comfortable and close to your body's natural warmth, around 38 to 40 degrees Celsius. This is not just about comfort, it's about taking care of yourself. By doing this, you provide your body with a gentle embrace, easing your circulatory system rather than overwhelming it. Another essential part of your showering routine that's often overlooked is the order in which you wash. It's natural to start with your hair, right? That's how many of us do it. But what if I told you that starting with your hair, especially in colder weather, could be a shock to your system? Imagine stepping into a cold bathroom, and the first thing you do is rinse your hair with warm water. That jarring change can put stress on your body, as it has to adjust quickly. Instead, I encourage you to start with your face and body. Let your system slowly acclimate to the warm water. It's a small change, but it makes a world of difference. And when you save your hair for last, you're giving your body the smooth transition it needs, minimizing the chances of blood vessels constricting. That's important because, when blood vessels constrict too quickly, it can strain your heart and even your brain. Who needs that added stress? Let's take a moment to think about the environment you're bathing in. Picture this: you're in a cold room, shivering a little, and then you step into a hot shower. The sudden temperature shift can feel like a shock to your body. This is where preheating your bathroom becomes essential. It's such a simple thing, but it makes all the difference. Keeping the room temperature around 25 degrees Celsius can ease that transition, making your shower feel more like a warm embrace than a jolt to your system. But even though the warm water feels like pure luxury, it's important to remember that staying in the shower for too long can do more harm than good. You might feel like you could stay there forever, basking in the comfort, but overdoing it, more than 15 minutes for instance, could cause your body to lose too much heat. And when you step out, that sudden chill can compromise your immune system. So, aim for a sweet spot, a balance between relaxation and self-care. And speaking of balance, let's talk about timing. When do you take your bath or shower? Timing is so much more important than we often realize. For instance, if you bathe immediately after a meal, your body is focused on digestion, diverting blood to your stomach. Jumping into a hot shower can interrupt that process, causing discomfort and unnecessary stress. Similarly, after a workout, your body is still recovering, cooling down. The idea of immediately jumping into a hot shower may sound soothing, but it can strain your heart and muscles. And one golden rule I hope you remember: never bathe after consuming alcohol. Alcohol tends to lower blood pressure, and when combined with the warmth of the shower, it can lead to fainting or worse. Protect yourself from these avoidable dangers by being mindful of your timing. By making these thoughtful adjustments to your bathing routine, you're not just ensuring safety. You're embracing the idea of self-care with a full heart. You're honoring yourself, your body, and your well-being. After all, health isn't just about avoiding the risks. It's about making choices that nourish your future, fostering independence, peace, and a life full of joy. And when I think about these choices, I can't help but be reminded of the stories of two remarkable people, Mr. Thomas and Mrs. Elena. Mr. Thomas, a retired teacher, spent his life in the service of others. He worked tirelessly, grading papers long after the day had ended, sacrificing personal time and energy for the sake of his family. Every extra penny he earned was saved. Every moment he spent was dedicated to building a bright future for his children. He did this with love, believing that his sacrifices would ensure their happiness. Then there's Mrs. Elena, a devoted grandmother who, after losing her beloved husband, made an equally selfless choice. She sold the home they had built together to help her son buy a larger home for his growing family. These were not just acts of financial generosity. They were acts of love, built on the belief that their sacrifices would offer better lives for the ones they cherished most. But life, as it often does, threw unexpected challenges their way. Mr. Thomas, after all those years of hard work and dedication, found himself living alone. His children, now consumed by their own busy lives, couldn't visit him as often as he had hoped. The house that once echoed with the sound of laughter now felt quiet, lonely. A stark reminder of how sacrifices, though noble, can sometimes leave you with a space when you need warmth the most. Mrs. Elena, too, faced her own set of struggles. The money she had generously given to her son left her with little savings of her own, and the modest pension she lived on wasn't enough to cover her expenses. But what hurt her most was the feeling that her sacrifices had been forgotten. She had given so much of herself, and yet it seemed like no one remembered the lengths she had gone to for her family. Her heartache was profound, and it left me thinking, no matter how much we give, no matter how hard we try to do the right thing, life can still be unpredictable. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. These stories of Mr. Thomas and Mrs. Elena are painful, yet they carry profound lessons. They remind me that love and sacrifice, while beautiful, don't always guarantee the outcomes we hope for. But it's in the face of these hardships that we find our true strength. These are the moments that shape us, that teach us to prioritize not just the well-being of others, but also our own. After all, self-care isn't selfish. It's necessary for the peace and fulfillment we all deserve. For both Mr. Thomas and Mrs. Elena, the challenges they faced didn't just test their resilience. They became defining moments that would shape the rest of their lives. They reached a point of painful realization, a moment that carried the weight of truth. Relying on others to solve their problems wasn't the answer. Their futures, their happiness, and their well-being were in their hands, and only by taking full control could they reclaim their dignity and peace of mind. For Mr. Thomas, this awakening came with the incredibly difficult decision to sell his cherished family home. Leaving behind years of memories, he moved into a senior living community, a choice that felt like a deep cut to his soul. Yet, in that very decision, he found unexpected freedom. The burden of maintaining a home, of worrying about the future, was lifted. He could now focus on himself, his needs, his comfort, without relying on the constant worry of his children's involvement or potential disappointment. For Mrs. Elena, the path to reclaiming her independence was a journey that came with its own set of struggles. She turned to something deeply personal, yet deeply powerful, a small hobby business. Crafting, creating beautiful handcrafted items, became more than just a pastime for her. It became her emotional anchor, her creative outlet, and her new purpose. Through each item she crafted, she reconnected with herself in a way she hadn't realized she needed. There was a joy in seeing her creations take form, a joy in knowing that, once again, she was in control of something so intimately hers. She discovered that the journey to financial independence wasn't just about the money. It was about rediscovering the strength within herself to take charge of her future. The pivotal lesson they both learned, one that many of us might resist but must eventually face, was the importance of setting boundaries. Mr. Thomas, in his quiet way, learned to shift his perspective on family. It was excruciating to let go of the expectations he'd held for so long, the hopes for weekly visits, the desire for his children to be ever present in his life. But by releasing those expectations, he created room for peace. He chose to cherish the moments with his family when they did come, to treasure those shared visits, and to accept that the way forward was not to demand more, but to embrace what was freely given. This acceptance didn't come easily, but it allowed him to find a contentment in his solitude that he hadn't known before. Similarly, Mrs. Elena's moment of clarity arrived when she had to say no. Her heart ached as she realized that continuing to provide financial support to her loved ones was draining her, emotionally and physically. It wasn't just a financial burden, it was an emotional one, too. Saying no was one of the hardest decisions she ever made, but in that moment, she was reclaiming herself. She understood that sometimes taking a step back is the most loving thing you can do for yourself and others. It was through this decision that she truly learned the value of self-preservation, and she embraced it fully. The most unexpected gift from their journeys was the importance of building new connections. In the senior community, Mr. Thomas found something truly priceless, a sense of belonging. He began to share meals with neighbors, attend book clubs, and even join in on dance nights. These new connections, though not a replacement for family, helped to fill the void that had once been so glaring. The laughter, the shared stories, the simple joys of companionship, they reminded him that friendship and love have no expiration date. They can be found at any stage of life, and they are worth cherishing. Similarly, Mrs. Elena found strength in a local senior support group. She found comfort in being surrounded by people who, like her, understood what it was like to face both the beauty and the burdens of aging. Through these shared experiences, she discovered that sometimes the best kind of healing comes from connecting with those who are walking similar paths. Above all, perhaps the most profound transformation came when they discovered the true meaning of self-care. For Mr. Thomas, painting became more than just a hobby. It became a way to express his emotions, to find peace, and to let go of the anger or sadness that had accumulated over the years. Each brushstroke allowed him to reconnect with a part of himself that he thought he had lost. Mrs. Elena, on the other hand, embraced a routine of quiet walks through nature, morning rituals that allowed her to ground herself in the present moment. She began journaling, pouring her heart onto the page, reconnecting with the deep wisdom and strength she had accumulated over her life. These small acts of self-care were not just ways to pass time, they were lifelines. Through them, they rediscovered a sense of purpose, joy, and fulfillment that had long been buried under the weight of life's challenges. The stories of Mr. Thomas and Mrs. Elena are not just inspiring, they are a powerful reminder to us all. They show us that independence isn't just about having the financial means to survive. It's about reclaiming our dignity, our autonomy, and our peace of mind. Their lives became a testament to strength, resilience, and the courage to make difficult decisions. They remind us that it is never too late to create meaningful change in our lives. It starts with small steps, small choices, and the willingness to take control of our happiness. What steps can we take today to protect our health, our happiness, and our independence? The answer, my friends, lies in the daily choices we make. The little things we do that can transform our lives in ways we never expected. Mr. Thomas and Mrs. Elena's stories leave us with one undeniable truth. The choices we make today shape the future we step into tomorrow. Their journeys, filled with resilience and hope, remind us all that we have the power to create a future of fulfillment, no matter where we find ourselves. It is in the smallest of actions that we often find the greatest transformations. Let's take a moment to reflect on the mornings, the sacred beginning of each new day. Mornings are far more than just the first few hours. They are the foundation upon which the entire day rests. For many of us, mornings can feel like a race against time, full of rushing, stress, and chaos. However, creating a mindful, slow-paced morning routine can be transformative, especially as we age and seek more peaceful, intentional living. Think about the way you wake up in the morning. When your alarm blares, do you leap out of bed, anxious to check things off your to-do list? While this may feel efficient, I urge you to consider how this frantic start might be taxing on your body, especially after hours of rest. The sudden shift from sleep to activity can overwhelm the senses and cause unnecessary strain. But imagine, just for a moment, waking up with gentle awareness, allowing your body to awaken slowly. Before jumping out of bed, take a few moments to stretch. Reach your hands up high, flex your feet and toes, and roll your shoulders. Take slow, deep breaths that fill your lungs and center your mind. This simple yet profound act of stretching and breathing can be the first beautiful gift you give to yourself each morning. It helps your body transition from rest to alertness, reduces the risk of dizziness or sudden lightheadedness, and sets the tone for the calmness you deserve. This quiet, deliberate start to the day can make all the difference, offering you a steadier, more grounded way to approach what lies ahead. And then comes breakfast, a ritual we often overlook, not realizing its enormous power. It's not just about shoving something into your stomach as quickly as possible. No, breakfast is your opportunity to fuel your body for the day's journey. A chance to nourish yourself in the most loving, intentional way. Picture yourself savoring a warm bowl of oatmeal, topped with antioxidant-rich fresh berries and a sprinkle of crunchy nuts. Or perhaps a slice of whole grain toast with creamy, nutrient-packed avocado, its rich fats fueling both your body and mind. These foods provide vital energy, helping your brain stay sharp, your mood lifted, and your body ready to take on the world. Breakfast doesn't need to be elaborate or time-consuming. It simply needs to be purposeful. As we grow older, our bodies deserve nourishment that respects their needs, and our minds benefit from the calm, steady focus that comes from starting the day right. But nourishment isn't only about food, it's also about movement. Physical activity plays a pivotal role in maintaining vitality and strength as we age. But just like the start of the day, it's crucial to ease into activity with care. Suddenly jumping into intense exercise can put unnecessary stress on muscles and joints that have been at rest for hours. Instead, begin your day with gentle stretches or a light yoga sequence, letting your body awaken from its slumber with love and patience. These moments of gentle movement improve circulation, increase flexibility, and prepare you for more active moments later. The beauty of this practice is that over time, even small bursts of daily movement lead to significant health benefits. Every stretch, every walk, every bit of effort you invest strengthens your body, boosts your energy, and nurtures your mental well-being. But there's more to a healthy morning than the physical. It's also about tending to your mental and emotional health. The mornings are an unparalleled opportunity to connect with yourself, to center your mind before the day's demands come rushing in. You might begin with a few moments of mindfulness, whether that's simply sitting quietly with your thoughts, practicing gratitude, or jotting down your intentions for the day. These small acts of self-care allow you to approach your day with clarity, purpose, and an open heart. As the day unfolds, the choices you make continue to shape the life you're living. Each decision, each habit, adding up over time to build a foundation of resilience, joy, and vitality. Simple actions like taking breaks to stretch, staying hydrated, and enjoying balanced meals will, without a doubt, enhance your overall well-being. It's not about striving for perfection. It's about consistency. Each small step you take, each healthy choice you make, contributes to a larger picture of health and happiness. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. But life, as we all know, is rarely a smooth ride. Even with the best of intentions and the healthiest of habits, challenges inevitably arise. Yet, it's how we respond to these challenges that define us. Take Mrs. Elena, for example. After years of giving everything to her family, her time, her energy, her heart, she found herself financially struggling and uncertain of her next step. But rather than letting her struggles consume her, she used them as fuel for personal growth. She started her own small business and in doing so, not only regained her financial independence, but also rediscovered her purpose. The strength in her journey is undeniable. She shows us all that no matter where you are in life, it's never too late to reinvent yourself, to rise from the ashes, and to find new meaning. And then there's Mr. Thomas. After years of pouring everything into his children's futures, he found himself grappling with loneliness in his senior years. Rather than surrender to the emptiness, he reached out, sought new connections, and found joy in his senior community. His story is a powerful testament to the importance of human connection, reminding us that companionship and support are possible at any stage of life, even after the years may feel like they've passed too quickly. These 2 stories remind me, and hopefully remind you, that change is always possible. It's never too late to make choices that enhance your well-being, whether that means rethinking your daily routines, setting healthy boundaries, or taking a leap of faith into something new. Every choice you make has the potential to bring you closer to the life you've always envisioned. It's not about grand gestures. It's about the small, loving steps you take every single day. As you move forward on your journey, pause for a moment and reflect on the simple, yet incredibly powerful changes you can begin to make today. What if you could start each morning with a sense of intention, truly setting the tone for your day by focusing on the essentials? Imagine taking a few minutes to hydrate your body, nourishing it with the care it deserves. Picture yourself moving gently, stretching your muscles, and embracing a feeling of vitality and calmness as you ease into the day. These actions, seemingly small and almost routine, hold the profound ability to transform your life in ways you might not even expect. It's so easy to overlook the power of the present moment, but your health and happiness are intricately woven into the choices you make, step by step, every single day. When you listen to your body's whispers, honoring its needs and respecting its limits, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. In those small moments of reflection, when you give yourself space to breathe, you're creating a future that is filled with independence, peace, and true fulfillment. It's not about taking giant leaps all at once. It's about consistently making intentional choices, even when the path isn't always clear or easy. Yes, the journey may come with challenges, but these challenges are what strengthen your resilience and determination. And I can promise you this, it's a journey worth taking. So why not let today be the day you take that first step? Let today be the moment you begin the path toward the life you've always deserved. One filled with clarity, purpose, and self-love. Building a life of independence and fulfillment isn't something that happens overnight, but it starts with recognizing the immense power of small, intentional choices. We often underestimate how even the tiniest shifts in our habits can have a ripple effect, creating a foundation for long-term health and happiness. Those small choices add up, building a life of true well-being, one decision at a time. As we look to the stories of resilience and strength that surround us, it's easy to see that no matter where we are in life, we all have the capacity for transformation. The habits that bring balance, the moments we dedicate to our growth, they all contribute to a future that is within our reach, waiting for us to embrace it. Take a deep breath and consider for a moment how the relationships in your life shape your overall well-being. The people you choose to surround yourself with, whether they are family, friends, or members of your community, play such a crucial role in nurturing your mental and emotional health. But nurturing these relationships isn't always easy. It requires effort, intention, and sometimes the courage to open up to others. For Mr. Thomas, the decision to move into a senior living community wasn't just about finding a new home. It was about finding connection, companionship, and a sense of belonging. He stepped into a new chapter of life, and through the friendships he formed there, he discovered that even in the absence of his children, meaningful connections can flourish. His story is a reminder that companionship doesn't always come from the places we expect. Sometimes, it comes from unexpected friendships, from people who are ready to walk alongside us in our journey, helping us rediscover joy and connection when we need it most. As we wrap up today's journey, take a moment to reflect on all that we've discussed. What resonates with you the most? What have you learned so far that you can begin to implement in your own life today? Whether it's starting your morning with intention, making small, thoughtful choices, or nurturing the relationships that support your well-being, there's always room for positive change. I'd love to hear from you. Please share one thing you've learned today and how you plan to bring it into your life. Leave your comment below this video. And remember, if you enjoyed this content, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this. Thank you for joining us, and I look forward to hearing how you're making these small changes to live a more fulfilling, intentional life.